Namaste and welcome to the 81st episode of TeaTalk. This is your Sathi Silu. Today, again, I have a very special guest on this fabulous Friday morning. Talking about my guest today, he's a medical doctor by profession, but more than that, he has so many other talents that I don't know where to start. Whether it is arts, music, food, fun, family, sports, you name it, and he has information there. And one of the things that I must share, and that kind of made me, very much interested to talk to him is because of his Facebook post. In his social media page, he posts something like in a unique way, blending history र अहिलेलाई चाहिँ he kind of combines together. जस्तो आजभन्दा 100 वर्ष अगाडि आजको दिनमा के भएको थियो, and those of the posts that I look for, I wait to read those posts. And through those posts, he not only kind of connect like history and present together, but at the same time he shares so much information to the onlookers, to the readers, our Facebook friends, or whoever are in the page. अनि यति धेरै खुसी लाग्छ त्यो हुँदा, किनभने हामीले आफ्नो विभिन्न विधाले चाहिँ प्रयोग गरिरहेको हुन्छौँ, सोसल मिडिया गरिरहेको हुन्छौँ, तर उहाँको पोस्ट पढ्दा चाहिँ आफूलाई रमाइलो मात्र लाग्ने होइन, you get informed as well. So that is a part of his that mentoring, teaching, inspiring journey that I'm fascinated with. Not only that, I got to meet him in person once when I was mesmerized by his voice, the melody of his voice. He sings beautifully, whether it is Western, like English, Nepali, Hindi, you name it, he sings it, right? He dances. So how can one doctor, like medical doctor, has all these like colors? He's a very colorful person, very inspiring person. And today it's my honor and joy to welcome a very dynamic doctor, Dr. Dinesh Dalbire, in this Friday Tea Talk. Let's talk to him. So, namaste, हजुरलाई टी टकमा एकदमै धेरै स्वागत छ.
Thank you. Thank you. मलाई चाहिँ यति लायक सम्झेर यदि बोलाउनु भयो त्यो चाहिँ it's your generosity.
Oh my God. मलाई हजुरको बताउन सक्ने शब्द नै पुगेको छैन मलाई. अनि you are a medical doctor, त्यो त भइहाल्यो, तर एउटा मेडिकल डक्टरमा यति धेरै डिफरेंट कुराहरू भएको त I have hardly seen. I haven't met anyone. I am really very inspired with you. अनि अहिले के गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ आफ्नो अलिकति बताइदिसियो.
अहिले म ओक्लाहोमा सिटीमा छु. अनि मेरो स्पेशलिटी चाहिँ इन्टरनल मेडिसिन. अनि ओक्लाहोमा सिटी यो के भन्छ निधारमा लेखेको हुनुपर्छ नि. त्यहीको जहाँको लेखेको छ त्यहीको छाक खाइन्छ भन्छ नि.
हजुर.
म यहाँ आएको चाहिँ 95 को फल सेमेस्टर युनिभर्सिटी अफ ओक्लाहोमा. एक्चुअली यहाँ चाहिँ म आएको एपिडेमियोलोजीमा मास्टर्स गरेर.
हजुर.
मलाई चाहिँ वर्ल्ड हेल्थ अर्गनाइजेसनमा अफर थियो अनि जानु पर्ने. सो माई प्लान वाज टु स्टे अबाउट 3 years हियर. तर चाहिँ त्योबाट म युनाइटेड नेसन्सको अलिकति प्रब्लम भइरहेको थियो. यताउति गर्दाखेरि म चाहिँ प्लान बी मा स्विच गरेर यहाँको बोर्ड एक्जामहरु गरेर यही प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने भनेर लागेको. इट्स अलरेडी 25 years. आएको म 3 वर्षको लागि.
Oh my God.
यस्तो हुँदै रहेछ. दिस इज अल्टिमेट एक्जाम्पल चाहिँ जहाँको छाक लेखेको छ त्यही खाइन्छ भन्छ कि काठमाडौँबाट त्रिभुवन इन्टरनेसनल एयरपोर्टबाट ल्यान्ड गरेको यहाँ विल रजेस एयरपोर्टमा. हजुर. 26 वर्ष भइसक्यो यहीँको यहीँ.
कस्तो रमाइलो छ.
अनि आएर चाहिँ अनि एपिडेमियोलोजीमा मास्टर्स गरेँ. त्यसपछि अब यहाँको यहाँ प्र्याक्टिस गर्नलाई चाहिँ क्लिनिकल प्र्याक्टिस गर्नलाई त रेजिडेन्सी गर्नुपर्छ हैन. हामी कहाँ उता एमडी गरेर जस्तो भन्छ. So I had to pass the board exams here and then applied for residency. So got accepted in the University of Oklahoma. यहाँको चाहिँ हैन OU भन्छ. So अनि त्यहाँ सकाएर प्र्याक्टिस सुरु गरेको 2003 देखि. हजुर. अनि त्यसपछि अब 12 वर्ष जति भयो मैले क्लिनिकल प्र्याक्टिस बन्द गरेर
हजुर
अनि only inpatient hospital practice. अनि अहिले चाहिँ internal medicine, I am a solo practitioner. खास मैले क्लिनिकहरु बन्द गरेको कारण के भन्दाखेरि my लाइफको सबभन्दा ठुलो passion is traveling.
Right.
So if you have a clinic,
You're stuck there.
it's not a hurdles. हिँड्नु मिल्दैन.
हजुर
Hospitalमा मात्र छ भने you get a lot of coverage from your colleagues. And that was the main reason. So आफ्नै पैसा नै मारेर त लाइफ कसरी बिताउने हैन? So I closed clinic practice, office practice. अनि त्यसपछि त हस्पिटलहरु भित्र हल्लिरा हुन्छु.
हजुर
No employer, no employee type of practice. I am solo.
I don't know, you are too humble to say that. तर internal medicine भन्दा चाहिँ अर्को भन्दा intellect medicine पनि भनिन्छ हैन? So you are that intellect with that profession. अनि आफुलाई मन लागेको कुरामा you are the master of your, I don't know, you are the boss of your life, right? So making choices because of the travel, त्यो गर्दा यसो गरेको भए that's really beautiful. र कसैले लाइफ कसरी बाँच्ने भन्ने कुरा one has to learn from you, and that is one of the reasons that I have been following you in Facebook, in social media, your presence, so many things, right? So
Thank you. So अब सुरुदेखि अलिकति briefly भन्ने हो भने
हजुर
I was born and brought up in Rangoon, which is now Yangon,
okay
Burma, right? It used to be, now it's called Myanmar. So I was born and brought up in Rangoon. Our family was one of the oldest Nepalese families in Burma, Tiwelama. नेपालबाट बुवापट्टिबाट को गएको त्यो पनि मलाई अलिकति भन्न गाह्रो छ धेरै पहिला गएको अनि सो रेंगुनमा जन्मेको हुर्केको So I came to Nepal for the first time only after finishing my high school.
Is that right?
High school सम्म नेपाल आएको थिएन कहिले पनि रेंगुनमै बसेको सो 8th class सम्म चाहिँ होम स्कुलिङ गरेको 8th class देखि मात्र स्कुल गएको अनि होम सो it takes a village भने जस्तै मलाई चाहिँ 8th class सम्म चाहिँ घरको मान्छेहरुले सोसाइटीले पढाएर चाहिँ अनि 8 देखि मात्र स्कुल गएको 8 9 10 त्यहाँ चाहिँ हाई स्कुल गरेको so and we used to have a big combined family, big joint family, father, uncles, everybody used to be my teachers. They were saying my uncles are also like my fathers because they all participated in bringing me up in Rangoon. Ani high school pass गरेपछि नेपालमा सबैजनाले भने you have to come to your ancestral land, you've never been here, why don't you continue your studies here भनेर चाहिँ अब मलाई रेंगुन छोड्न त मन लागेको थिएन
हजुर
सबैले भने आमापट्टिको ठुलो परिवार छ फेरि नेपालमा हैन
हजुर
came to Nepal for the first time and joined IIC college my admission भयो so the only thing I've studied in Nepal is IIC intermediate भन्छ नि कलेजमा so I joined Amrit Science College Oscar so that's the only it's very close to my heart because that's the only institution where I've studied in Nepal अनि IIC पढेर so त्यो बेला त first of all I wanted to become an attorney when I was in Rangoon when I was young. Yeah, because my dad was a criminal defense lawyer. He was a very successful attorney in Rangoon. So उहाँसँग चाहिँ कोर्टमा जान्थे यो क्रिमिनल डिफेन्स ल चाहिँ मलाई एकदमै फ्यासिनेटिङ लाग्थ्यो त्यो कोर्टहरुको आर्गुमेन्टमा चाहिँ त्यो एक्जिबिटर देखाएर यहाँनेर यो गाडी 815 मा थियो मर्डर भएको 820 मा 830 मा त्यो गाडी पार्किङ लटमा छैन आई युज्ड टु रियली गेट अब्जर्भ अनि त्यही भएर सानो देखे भने किड्स युज्ड टु वाच कार्टुन्स हैन तर मैले चाहिँ त्यो कार्टुनहरु हेरेर हुर्केन कि आई युज्ड टु वाच all these Perry Mason movies, court arguments, murder Agatha Christie. So बच्चामा कार्टुनको सट्टा मैले धेरै चाहिँ Agatha Christie को सबै होल पढेको all Stanley Gardner whole Perry Mason series, the murder mystery त्यो चाहिँ पढ्न एकदम बानी लाग्यो अहिलेसम्म मलाई कार्टुन हेर्नु भन्नु भने चाहिँ बोर लाग्छ so that was so I want but my dad passed away when I was in high school so then probably I was in two minds if he would have been alive I might have gone to law especially criminal defense law अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ मेरो second choice the medicine so when I finished my college in Kathmandu so we had to go out at that time there was only one medical school in the whole of Nepal
okay that is
teaching
right.
That was on so I don't know how many students they used to take 25 30 that's it in Nepal there were no other medical schools and even most of the countries didn't recognize teaching hospital so people were really anxious so we had to apply for scholarships all over the world it's a Colombo plan so I got a full scholarship to study in Soviet Union it was a great scholarship I fully paid so I went to Moscow and then because first of all the anxiety level was very high because the scholarship was very lucrative but उनीहरुले चाहिँ पढाउने रसियनमा मात्र हो इंग्लिशमा त होइन so त्यो languageमा you cannot say you don't know how to say hi and you have to study whole medicine in that language
right oh my god yeah
the anxiety level was very high so family र अरु सबै जनाले बाट पनि हैन इन्डिया गएर चाहिँ कहाँ यस्तो जान लाग्यो इन्डियामा पढ्नु पर्छ भने चाहिँ so त्यो हुँदा हुँदै मैले चाहिँ मनमा चाहिँ यही थियो कि I need to get out and see the world I cannot live under this anxiety level India I love India हैन एक से एक स्कुल छ तर मैले यस्तो सोच्थे अब इन्डिया गएर पढ्यो बिदा भने कहाँ जाने म्याक्सिमम कश्मीर सम्म जाउँला गोवा सम्म जाउँला I will end up in the same surroundings and similar culture and I think it won't let me grow खाली पढाइ लेखाइ डिग्री बटोर्न मात्र सक्नु I said let me see सकेन भने if I couldn't if I couldn't get a good hold on the language and if I flunk I'll come back that's okay I'll try again but म चाहिँ हिँडे जे पर्यो भनेर अनि so मस्कोमा पुगेपछि that system is first year you have to go and study language in a university right so they assigned me the Lviv University you must be watching on TV a lot lately त्यसको नाम पहिले Lvov थियो LVOV so now it's called Lviv it's one of the most beautiful cities in Europe हजारौं साल पुरानो architecture छ so त्यहाँको Lviv University मा language चाहिँ Russian language first year so एक वर्ष language पछि then they'll throw you in your school in your respective college engineering medicine so you have to get a good grasp on the language within that 1 year so 1 year ma pani 2.5 mahina ta vacation huncha so basically you got like 9.5 months language aayo bhane aayo otherwise it will affect your studies so ani Lviv University ma ek varsha language garer then I got to study in Minsk Medical Institute which is the capital of Belarus अनि मिन्स्कमा चाहिँ बसेको लामो lifetime some of the best years of my life अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ कस्तो फेरि इन्ट्रेस्टिङ भन्दाखेरि साथीभाइहरुसँग कसरी बस्ने त्यो चाहिँ मैले सबै सिकेको त्यहाँ किन भन्दाखेरि त्यहाँ त आफ्नो मान्छे घर कोही छैन एकदम टाढा कम्प्लिटली डिफरेन्ट सोसाइटी हैन साथीभाइ नै आमा बुवा साथीभाइ नै दाजुभाइ बहिनी आफ्नो पीर मर्का पनि साथीभाइले भन्ने घरमा भनि नै भनि थिएन घरमा कुनै कुरा आफ्नो आफूले अप्ठ्यारो परेछ भने खाली बताउने मात्र हो फोन गरेर so your parents your everything are your friends so the friends from those days I still have in Nepal they are still like siblings to me
of course
sometimes I call them in the middle of the night before even calling my family अहिले पनि के पर्यो भने so those bonds were unbreakable भेरी इन्ट्रेस्टिङ साथीभाइहरूसँग यसरी बस्दा चाहिँ अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ पढाइ सकाएर चाहिँ मेरो यहाँ चाहिँ अमेरिका चाहिँ म त्यहाँबाट घुम्न चाहिँ आएको थिएँ फुपूहरू सिकागोमा बस्नुहुन्थ्यो अनि बट आई वान्टेड टु जोइन WHO मेरो चाहिँ यो वर्ल्ड हेल्थ अर्गनाइजेसन अनि त्यही भएर मैले फ्रेन्च पनि सिकेँ बिकज so it's easy to enter when you know more UN official languages. So मैले इङ्ग्लिसमा fluent थिएँ, रसियनमा fluent थिएँ अनि so I learned French, 3 official languages. So I made all the preparation. That's why I came here to study this epidemiology. त्यो बेलामा MD र MPS को combination WHO ले एकदम राम्रो मान्थ्यो. So you could have gained entry at a higher level. So that's why I came here. But then UN had funding issues at that time. So then I switched to plan B. You have to go with the flow in life. Put after script like the life solving. So then I said, okay, let's switch to plan B. Yes, but they Oklahoma City my practice university.
Oh my God, you just made me speechless. I didn't know there's a lawyer in you. Doctor, traveler, writer, music, sport, you name it. कसरी चाहिँ तर अनि होमस्कुलिङको सुन्दा त त्यो that is something very new to me. छैन नि नेपालमा धेरै यहाँ चाहिँ बरु गर्न पाइन्छ होला नेपालमा त्यति थाहा नै छैन तर but that at the same time you are blessed to learn many things from your family in a direct way, right?
I mean it's very interesting. I हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ everybody used to chip in काका uncle कसैलाई कसको के राम्रो छ science, math, कसैको history, geography, literature. So the style of teaching was very different. Just बुवालाई चाहिँ so what he used to do is मलाई याद छ चाहिँ अब Romeo and Juliet Shakespeare को घरमा पढाउनु भयो. He was responsible for literature also. अनि Romeo and Juliet पढ्यो अनि त्यसपछि फिल्म देखाउन लानुहुन्थ्यो Romeo and Juliet. लाग्यो अथवा म्याकबेथ हेमलेट कुनै के पनि लागेको छ अनि किताब पढ्यो अनि चाहिँ फिल्म देखाएर आउनुहुन्थ्यो फेरि आएर फिल्म हेरेको फेरि पढ भन्नुहुन्थ्यो अनि त्यसपछि फेरि फिल्म हेरेर देखाउन लानुहुन्थ्यो. So that was one way of teaching. I still remember. So the historical movies, I mean they used to have all kinds of techniques. अब घरमा चाहिँ घरको लुगा लाएर बसेर पढ्ने हो हैन अनि but it's interesting till 8th grade, they kept homeschooling. Then they said that, well, you need to mingle with friends. You need to be in the community now. So go ahead entrance exam दिनु भनेर मलाई पठाएको अनि त्यसपछि अनि स्कुलले भने यसलाई 8 देखि राख्नुहुन्छ भन्ने स्कुलमा चाहिँ. So the first thing which happened on my first day of school is अनि क्लासमा बसेपछि ब्ल्याकबोर्ड लाई यस्तो आँखा पारेर हेर्यो कि अनि टिचरहरूले घरमा कल गर्यो भने यसको आँखा दसाउनु पर्यो आँखा अनि गएर चाहिँ चस्मा पावर बढिसकेको रहेछ घरमा त ब्ल्याकबोर्ड हुँदैन.
Right.
That was the first thing. So I've been wearing glass since I was in my school. First day मा त्यो पता लाग्यो कि आँखा चाहिँ कमजोर रहेछ. घरमा it never got diagnosed because you have blackboards and अनि त्यसरी चाहिँ the interesting thing is Rangoon पढ्दाखेरि so I didn't go to a Burmese school. So there was a very famous school called Tagore College.
Right. I wanted to know Tagore भन्ना छ त्यस्तो मनमा बसेको अनि I wanted to know about that. Yes.
Tagore College के थियो भन्दाखेरि यो Indian community ले with the help of Indian embassy उनीहरूले चलाएको स्कुल हो. त्यो स्कुल पनि थियो अनि कलेज लेभल पनि थियो हैन अनि त्यसको चाहिँ यो हाई स्कुल एक्जामहरु सबै चाहिँ कलकत्ता वेस्ट बेंगल बोर्ड अफ सेकेन्डरी एजुकेसन कलकत्ताले गर्थ्यो. पढाइको लेभल चाहिँ एकदम हाई क्वालिटी थियो त्यहाँ. अनि मैले चाहिँ त्यहाँ पढेको त्यही भएर मलाई बर्मिज चाहिँ लेख्न आउँदैन. इङ्ग्लिश मिडियममा सधैँ पढेको घरमा इङ्ग्लिश मिडियम पढाएको त्यो स्कुल इङ्ग्लिश मिडियम बर्मामा जन्मेर हुर्किएर पनि मलाई बर्मिज लेख्न चाहिँ आउँदैन, बोल्न मैले त्यही भएर बर्मिज स्कुलमा पढेन। अनि हाई स्कुलमा चाहिँ त्यो हाई स्कुल एक्जाममा त्यो सिक्युरिटी गार्डहरू सबै इन्डियन एम्बेसीको, द इन्डियन एम्बेसडर्स, द काउन्सिलर, फर्स्ट सेक्रेटरी, त्यो पेपरहरू चाहिँ हाई स्कुलको पेपरहरू युज टु गो टु क्यालकाटा, नट इभ्यालुएटेड इन रेङ्गुन। क्यालकाटा जान्थ्यो अनि 2-3 महिनापछि रिजल्ट आउँथ्यो क्यालकाटाबाट। So through that system, I got to learn about Indian history. Nepal's history त zero के पनि थाहा छैन। अनि Indian history I got to learn because you have to learn because it's West Bengal Board of Education. अनि त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ घरमा नियम थियो भनेको you have to learn one instrument.
Okay.
And musical instrument. You pick and one foreign language. So there's no plan B for that. If you don't do that, you cannot go and play with your friends. That's a must. अनि चाहिँ मैले त्यहाँ त गर्दाखेरि मैले इन्स्ट्रुमेन्ट भन्दाखेरि मैले तबला पिक गरेँ। तबला अनि ल्याङ्ग्वेज भन्दाखेरि अब मैले यताउति गर्दाखेरि यो हिन्दी/उर्दू मैले पिक गरेको।
उर्दू पनि सहज। Oh my God. Okay.
So what happened was उर्दू चाहिँ मैले लेख्न सुरु गर्दा गर्दै छोडिदिएँ। हिन्दी चाहिँ अब देवनागरी लिपि देवनागरी स्क्रिप्ट नेपालीले पनि हेल्प हुन्छ पनि हिन्दी चाहिँ पर्सु गरेँ। अनि साइडमा चाहिँ हिन्दी चाहिँ राम्रै सिक्दै गएँ। अनि त्यो इलाहाबादको प्रयाग युनिभर्सिटी को तिनीहरूको चाहिँ हाई स्कुल लेभल हुन्छ हिन्दीकै। अनि मैले हिन्दीको चाहिँ लिटरेचरहरू पढेर त्यो प्रयाग युनिभर्सिटी एक्जाम दिएँ हिन्दीमा चाहिँ इन्ट्रेस्ट भएर। पछि हिन्दीमा पनि मैले लेख्न थालेँ। So I used to write scripts for drama and lyrics for theater drama songs. I started writing lyrics also Hindi ma चाहिँ उर्दू मा चाहिँ बोल्ने र लेख्ने चाहिँ उर्दू मा सकिन heavy load भयो अनि छोड्दिएँ। So the Nepal आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ that was my main problem. Campus ma there were 2 courses, Nepal Parichaya and Nepali Vyakaran. So those were the first 2 Nepali courses I ever took in my life. अनि म त आतेर फेल हुन्छु भनेर Nepal Parichaya, right? I never have read Nepalese history. So Janga Bahadur Rana and all, first time I'm hearing. So म त त्यो पढे जहाँ आउँछ भनेर झन्डै दुईटैमा झन्डै पास मात्र भएको। अनि चाहिँ त्यो नेपाल परिचयमा almost flunked that test. So सबैले भनेको यो जङ्गबहादुरको कोत पर्व every 3-4 years मा आउँछ, पुरा 20 नम्बरमा आउँछ। मैले त पुरा घोकेर गएको थिएँ, आयो त्यो कोत पर्व। That saved my life.
Saved your life.
कण्ठ पारेर गएको त्यही आएछ। So basically त्यहाँ आएपछि सकायो। अनि नेपालमा very interesting. I have not lived very long in Nepal. Totally मिलाउनु भयो भने probably 6.5 years of my life. That's about it. Nepal. So अनि नेपालमा चाहिँ ठुली आमाहरूसँग आउँदाखेरि फेरि ठुली आमाहरू ठमेलमा बस्नुहुन्थ्यो। अनि त्यहाँ बसेको। So Thomel played a very important role in my life. So ठमेलमा के गर्थ्यो भने चाहिँ म नेपालमा चाँडै सुत्छन् नि।
हजुर।
So रेङ्गुनमा त हामी ढिलो सुत्थ्यौँ। 9 बजे डिनर गर्थ्यौँ। रेङ्गुनमा कस्तो भने राति नाइट सो 12:30 बजे मुभी लास्ट 12:30 हुन्छ राति। So as a family once every few weeks we used to go out for a 12:30 show.
Wow, okay.
Come home at 3 AM. अनि आउँदाखेरि त पनि 2:30-3 बजे पनि बाटोमा स्ट्रिट फुड डिनर गर्दै फेरि आउने राति 2:30 बजे। So there was completely different lifestyle in Kathmandu. So म चाहिँ ठमेल जान्थेँ राति होमवर्कहरू पनि ठमेलको त्यो रेस्टुरेन्ट पबहरूमा बसेर होमवर्क गर्थेँ। I like the vibe of ठमेल। अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ मैले संसारभरि बाट चाहिँ मान्छेहरू भेट्न पाएको। That was fascinating. Japanese, Americans, British, Swiss, Norwegian, तिनीहरूसँग बसेर गफ गर्ने बानी लाग्यो अनि चाहिँ कुनै कुनै पबमा चाहिँ बारहरू थियो एउटा चाहिँ टम एन्ड जेरी भन्ने थियो आई फरगट सम अफ देम त्यो अनि त्यहाँ गएर मैले होमवर्क पनि गर्थेँ सो I didn't like quiet surroundings. So libraries are not for me.
Okay.
You know, music चलिरहेको अनि कुनै कुनै त्यो पबहरुमा त यो होमवर्क गर्न आउँछ भनेर एउटा कुर्सी टेबल पनि राखिदिन्थ्यो बेचाराहरुले मलाई चाहिँ. So I used to talk with you know, all these tourists from around the world. यति धेरै कुरा सिके कि I could never learn those things from reading books or watching TV. Live example, you know, Colombia देखिए, Bolivia देखिए, Norway, they are telling their life experiences, their politics, why they came to Nepal, and this, you know, अनि तिनीहरु चाहिँ कुनै मिलियनेयरहरु हैन साधारण मान्छे हो. They said गएर फेरि पैसा जम्मा गरेर फेरि आउँछु. So those people really inspired me. So ठमेल चाहिँ अहिले पनि नेपाल गयो भने पुगेको 2 घण्टा भित्र म ठमेल पुगिसकेको. I need to go there.
Tamil is my home. I was married there. Askal made a walking distance. Matara, no one has like expressed the beauty and the liveliness of Tamil as you did. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure. So you're from Tamil. It's amazing place. Amazing place. Ani त्यसपछि चाहिँ त्यही हो त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ अब यहाँ आयो यहाँ सेटल भयो हैन. So medicine-मा भयो. One thing I want to share is medicine जाने अगाडि पहिला law थियो. त्यसपछि medicine त्यसको बीचमा एउटा सानो twist थियो. And I could have turned my life somewhere else, but it didn't happen that way. मलाई सानोदेखि movie making मा पनि interest भएको. So, and I wanted to write lyrics for the movies also. So I kind of self-trained myself in writing poetry, but for the movies, in the form of lyrics. किनभने movie making मा चाहिँ poetry फरक हुन्छ नि. There are two types. एउटा चाहिँ तपाईलाई भन्छ producer, director ले write a song in this kind of situation.
Right.
यो भइरहेछ, for this situation you have to write a song. So you write a song and the composer, you know, composes a tune around those lyrics. The other format is composer ले एकदम राम्रो tune बनाछ. हजुर. ओहो यो tune छ. I don't want to change it. Can you please write a song on this music? So that is a very tough format. त्यो situation मा lyrics लेख्नु पर्यो. त्यो lyrics चाहिँ त्यो music को पनि idea हुनु पर्यो नि. त्यो lyrics चाहिँ ठ्याक्कै त्यो music मा fit हुनु पर्यो. अनि चाहिँ त्यो दुईटा format मा चाहिँ मैले आफूलाई train गर्दै लग्यो. अनि चाहिँ काठमाडौँमा Mr. Hem Lamaju, God bless his soul, he recently passed away. He was in his 90s. बुवाको पहिलाको साथी, if you remember this movie called Adarsh Nari, he made that movie. He was in Burma long time back. बुवाको classmate थियो. अनि उहाँले नेपालमा चाहिँ lawn tennis start गर्ने उहाँ हो.
Oh, okay.
त्यो एयरपोर्ट निरको टेनिस कोर्टहरु थियो उहाँले सुरु गरेको. फर्स्ट टेनिस कोर्ट नेपालमा टेनिस भनेको गर्ने बेला आउने बेलामा उहाँको चाहिँ उ थियो टेनिस कोर्टहरु थियो. He started. So he wanted to make a second movie. So मैले त्यो आइएससी गरेर त्यो बीचको मोमेन्टमा कुद्दै थिएँ पढाइ पनि के गर्ने. So he met with me. He said in his next movie he gave me 2 songs to write. Heroine and a duet. He told me to write 2 songs and he said, are you really interested? I said, it's a science podcast. But I said, I'm really interested. So so he told me, okay, you will take me as an intern assistant director. And he will make sure that I learn editing. And I was interested in script writing also. So script editing गरेर त्यो बेलामा editing recordingहरु सबै कलकत्तामा हुन्थ्यो. नेपालमा थिएन स्टुडियो. So but a few months you have to stay in Calcutta. अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ बंगाली एडिटरहरु छ, it will make you perfect in editing and script writing. अनि म चाहिँ त्यता अनि त्यो बिचमा त्यो बेलामा ठ्याक्कै यो स्कलरशिपहरु आयो. Then I got this scholarship from Soviet Union with like a whole medical school is paid and medical school आउँदाखेरि त त्यो बेलामा फिल्म मेकिङ चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने भेरी अहिलेको जस्तो होइन. अहिले प्रोफेसनली पनि पर्स्यु गर्न सकिन्छ. त्यो बेलामा प्रोफेसनली त एकदम गाह्रो थियो नि. फाइनान्शियली चाहिँ त्यसमा चाहिँ आफूलाई सस्टेन गर्न इट वाज क्वाइट टफ. सो घरबाट भने कहाँ त्यो फिल्ममा चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ पढाइ लेखा छ. उहाँ आफैले भन्नुभयो आफै पढाइ लेखा मान्छे भएकोले you need to go. You can pursue this later, but यस्तो मौका चाहिँ you cannot, you got a scholarship to study medicine like this. You can miss that opportunity. भन्दाखेरि मलाई चाहिँ आदिमा लाएर त्यो छोडेर, so I already had like, well, not 1 foot, probably half a foot inside. Your scholarship na I would have gone to movie making. But yeah, so that passion is still burning. So I was planning to have a chori January deki college ma gaya. Actually, during the pandemic, I was trying to produce a movie and make a first Nepali feature film. The pandemic, it would have gone into production. I never signed up. I was talking with French people because, it's very cutthroat industry. The movie industry, it looks very glamorous from outside. Inside is very competitive and cutthroat. So you have to make sure your first, few movies are not unsuccessful. Otherwise, Ramro actor, Ramro director, they'll start moving away from you. You'll think flop movie. So I was doing my homework and research and about to jump in, your pandemic, and saying it got postponed. So in the next few years, I plan to. So my plan is like this. So, पहिला एउटा दुईटा त पक्का बनाउने. फ्लप भयो, चलाउन सकेन भने त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स भयो, लाइफ भरि गफ गर्नलाई रमाइलो भयो. तर यदि चल्न सक्यो, सर्भाइभ गर्न सक्यो भने चाहिँ then I plan to make 1 movie a year throughout my life. त्यो प्लान छ. So pandemic ले अलि ढिलो पार्यो, के छैन अब देखा जा.
Oh my God.
त्यस्तो चाहिँ प्लानले भनेको. But if one thing, I'm in field of medicine, it's very most of the time is very difficult to separate personal and professional life. It's very difficult. I'm sure in many fields, but in this field, it's almost impossible. I'll give you a simple example. Actually, my better half Sumita and Chori Yana, they were waiting in a movie theater. So मलाई चाहिँ आउनु कामबाट निस्केर हलमा चाहिँ मुभी हैन हेर्नु. तर के भयो भने चाहिँ ढोकाबाट निस्किन लागेको हस्पिटलको. That's why they say that if you don't have to stay, don't stay in that building of the hospital. Just go when you're off. Just leave the building. निस्किन लागेको पार्किङ लट जानलाई ढोकानेर पुग्दाखेरि त्यो त्यहाँ चाहिँ पब्लिक अनाउन्समेन्ट सिस्टम हुन्छ नि माइक्रो उसबाट. अनि त्यहाँबाट भन्न थाल्यो कि एउटा पेशेन्ट चाहिँ क्र्यास हुन थाल्यो. It's called code blue, right? They call code blue. Is there any doctor in the building? अब त्यो कस्तो अड आएर छ भने धेरै जस्तो डक्टरहरू यता गइसकेका थियो काम सकाएर. So I ended up being the only guy right there. So I was right there. ढोका खोलेर पार्किङ लट जाँदाखेरि त्यो सुनेपछि त I cannot go to the car. I had to come back. And so what happened was the movie ko time pass bhaisakyo. So I couldn't go. And but luckily the patient survived, so that was the reward. And so you cannot draw a line ki bas yahan mero khatam huncha. You get phone calls, at night. And sometimes even if you're not working, right, you get phone calls, and you just can't say that no, you try to address as much as possible. So the personal and professional life say your personal life, your family life, you have to share with your patients to a certain extent. Your profession, our profession, I mean, it's very typical for this profession. This Karan, it's very important your spouse and your family understand that. If you don't understand, it can be very upsetting. And you mentioned phone so just now, it happened. And now also, all of a sudden I got a phone call before I started talking with you, and I was not expecting, but I had to take that phone call. It was important, although I didn't have to, but morally it was wrong not to take that call. Ani yo त्यस्तो अप्ठ्यारो चाहिँ हुन्छ, but यो सबै कुरोले हेर्दाखेरि काम त गर्नै पर्यो, आफ्नो प्यासन पनि फलो गर्नु, तर सबै बन्दिसहरू हटाएर what would you really like to do is just take a backpack and travel. That was instilled घरमा पहिलादेखि पेरेन्ट्स काकाहरूले चाहिँ दिमागमा त्यो राख्दियो कि travel, meet people. You can never learn those things from the books or watching CNN. Don't travel through CNN. Try to go see yourself. अनि भने त्यो हालेपछि अहिले पनि if I have to go somewhere, भनेको एक महिनादेखि त्यही बच्चाको जस्तै निद्रै लाग्दैन. When I'm going to a new place, I lose sleep, excitement, and त्यो फेरि traveling को पनि art हुन्छ. So I tell some of my family members, kids of my friends, बच्चालाई अथवा साथीहरूले सोच्छ travel गर्ने चाहिँ very interesting. हामीले प्लान भन्छौँ नि, कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ अचानक प्लान बनाएर travel गर्ने त्यसको मजा अर्कै छ. Okay, let's go, हैन? But if you want to go around the world traveling, make a plan like 5-6 months ahead of time. Okay. भन्दाखेरि let's say you make a plan. ल हामी चाहिँ Cambodia, Laos घुम्न जाने है, अथवा इटली घुम्न जाने. Make a plan as early as possible. 6 महिना भन्दाखेरि के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि you are enjoying the whole 6 months. You are anticipating, right? Family लाई भन्नुस् त, okay, family लाई भन्नुस्, छोरालाई ल, hey, why don't you read about this? How to travel in Rome? Study the train system and the bus system. So when you get there, it's your job to guide. So involve your family and tell, okay, read about the Pope we'll go to Vatican. So Pope what is Catholicism? What are Catholic Christians? Read about. So the whole family is involved and you are reading and you are learning at the same time. You won't have that if you make a plan like, right.
Oh my God. Yeah, अलिकति रोक्न मन लाग्यो मलाई. मैले हजुरको पहिला भन्दा यति धेरै कुरा नसुन्दै पनि through your post एकचोटी मात्र भेट्न पाएको छु, तर every time there is fun is there, food is there, family is there, but at the same time information is there. र त्यो सबै कुराको एउटा complete package हुन्छ सानो नै पोस्टमा पनि भनेपछि now I'm like all these things are making sense to me. जसरी फ्यामिलीबाट त्यो इन्स्टिल हुँदै आएको बच्चादेखि नै अघि भन्छ नि पहिला you have to read the book, then you will go to watch the movie and you come back and read the book again. त्यसो गरेर पढेको कुरा त कहिले जाँदै जाँदैन नि दिमागबाट, र त्यो सिकेको कुराहरूलाई now whatever you are doing to educate others, to inspire others, that is fascinating. That is fascinating. As an educator, it is like, thank you for sharing.
Sure. So I just want to end this traveling part with one thing.
Yeah.
People usually don't think about it. So traveling ko main ananda kabasama huncha bhane त्यो traveling journey नसुरु भएसम्म.
Okay.
So let's say you are going to let's say Jordan for 5 days, right? त्यो plan 5 महिनादेखि अगाडिदेखि बनाउनु भयो. Oh, you are working, studying, you are excited, you're enjoying. That's the part of traveling to सुरु भयो. But कहिलेकाहीँ के हुन्छ भने जर्नी सुरु भएपछि म आत्तिन थाल्छु. किन आत्तिन थाल्छु भने it's going to end pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
On the last day, I'm on the verge of depression. अर्को दिन फर्किने फ्लाइट छ. So basically, अनि मनमा त्यही लाग्छ अब त अर्को दिन फर्किन प्रायः 2 दिनपछि त्यहाँ काम सुरु हुन्छ. It's all gone. So जति अगाडि प्लान बनायो त्यति त्यसको चाहिँ इन्जोय गर्न पाउँछ, लर्न गर्न पाउँछ. किनभने चाहिँ सुरु भइसकेपछि ट्राभलिङ चाहिँ then the time is ticking. अनि टाइम टिक गर्न थालेपछि त्यस्तै विकेन्डको आनन्द लिन्छौँ नि हामी. This time is Friday. Friday to noon देखि लिएर excitement build up. So, oh my God, it's Friday, we'll go home, do this. Sunday साँझ त, oh my God, it's still weekend. But Sunday साँझ is not like Friday साँझ. So the same thing for traveling.
Traveling, this is my best takeaway today. I will apply this. एकदमै makes sense. अहिले सो घुम्नु भएकोमा सबैभन्दा मन परेको ठाउँ चाहिँ यस्तो travel right?
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to pick a place. फेरि यस्तो हुन्छ विभिन्न ठाउँमा ट्राभल गरेको विभिन्न स्टेज अफ लाइफमा त्यसको अर्कै आनन्द हुन्छ. पहिला सानोमा ट्राभल गरेको त्यसको अर्कै आनन्द छ. देन कलेज लाइफमा केटाहरूसँग यताउति दार्जिलिङ उर्लिङ क्याम्पस लाइफमा गएको त्यसको अर्कै आनन्द छ. रसियामा चाहिँ and that's why I'm always in debt to the Russians. एकदम subsidized गरेको Soviet government. They used to give us like 70-75% discount. So as students, without part-time काम गरेर मेडिकल स्कुलमा पढ्दा पनि पुरा युरोप चाहिँ ट्राभल गर्ने मौका त्यो चाहिँ कहिले पनि आउँदैन. ब्याकप्याक लिएर साथीहरूसँग in one journey we had a breakfast in France, in Paris, lunch in Belgium, in Brussels, and dinner in Amsterdam.
Wow.
That's I mean, you can do that in Europe. A backpack like travel into whole Europe saying cover. The Russian government, the Soviet government at that time subsidized student or saying हामी चाहिँ स्टुडेन्ट हुँदा पनि त्यो सस्तो भएर फर्स्ट क्लासले ट्राभल गर्थ्यौं. अनि हाम्रो अरु साथीहरू नेपाली साथीहरू युरोपमा अरु ठाउँमा पढ्ने हेर्थ्यौं कि हामीले फर्स्ट क्लासको ट्रेनको डब्बाबाट निस्किँदा त यो त नेपालबाट करोडौं रुपैयाँ लिएर आयो होला. फर्स्ट but they don't know that the Russian government used to subsidize about 70% or so. They used to travel. So त्यो ट्राभलको आनन्दै अर्कै. आफ्नो फ्यामिलीसँग ट्राभल गर्दाको आनन्द अर्कै. So it's very difficult to pick a place, but पुरा भित्र travel गर्ने हो भने there's no place like Italy and France. Culturally they are so rich. Yeah, culturally they are so rich. अब फेरि ट्राभलिङ गर्ने पनि विभिन्न टाइपको हुँदै रहेछ मान्छेहरु के. I have in my family extreme hikers. Extreme hiker कोही ओसनमा. अब म चाहिँ कस्तो भने I'm not a hiker. अब म नेपालमा अलिकति गर्ने प्लान गरिरहेको. फ्ल्याट ल्यान्डमा रेङ्गुनमा जन्मेको, पानीको छेउमा. So I was even scared to fly to some of places in नेपालमा. मैले कुनै त्यो क्याम्पसबाट त्यो लुक्ला जाने ट्रिप गरेको थियो. मैले त तर्सेर त्यो रेङ्गुनको मान्छे फ्ल्याट ल्यान्डमा पढेको लुक्ला त्यो पढे. Most dangerous airport to land.
Is right for our
the guts. I'm still trying to, one day I might, but कहिले पनि हिम्मतै आएन त्यो लुक्ला एयरपोर्टमा प्लेनमा उडेर जानलाई. फ्ल्याट कसैलाई हाइक एकदम मन पर्छ, कसैलाई ओसनहरुमा बढी मलाई मन पर्छ. त मेरो चाहिँ कस्तो बढी भन्दाखेरि म चाहिँ कहीं गए भने अब मेरो कोही साथी हुन्थ्यो अस्ट्रिया गयो भने उनीहरु चाहिँ यो त यहाँको डाँडा काँडा कहाँको राम्रो. They used to do the research. त्यहाँ चढ्ने कहाँ के गर्ने कोही ओसनतिर जाथे. मेरो चाहिँ के थियो भने बट I was always more inclined towards the culture and history. So म चाहिँ भियना पुगे भने मेरो पहिलो काम के हुन्थ्यो भने मोजार्ट कहाँ जन्मेको.
Right.
I wanted to go his birthplace. So I was that kind of, I need to go. यहाँ के भयो Hitler कहाँ जन्मेको थियो. From where did he start his, evil adventures. England गयो भने I had to go. पछि त England धेरै पटक गयो. The first time I went, I had to go where Shakespeare was born. Because I grew up, reading his. So त्यस्तो टाइपको चाहिँ स्विडेन गयो भने अरु ठाउँ त ठिकै छ. I had to go and see Nobel Prize कहाँ दिन्छ कुन बिल्डिङमा. That was very important for me. So I was there. So साथीहरुसँग कहिलेकाहीँ थाहा हुन्थ्यो. I said, I need to go this, and then we'll go to the mountains and wherever we want to. So the cultural and history part, very close to, my heart always. Travel.
What you have traveled and what you have experienced, it's so fascinating that you put in the social media, as simple as that, right? अनि त्यो कुराले चाहिँ यस्तो छोएको छ मलाई किनभने they have their like many people read that whatever you post, but I look for it, I wait for it. र जुन लिएको कुरा दिन सक्नु भनेको त्यो एउटा एजुकेटर भाइब, त्यो मेन्टर भाइब, त्यो इन्स्पायरर भाइब, that is so much in you. र अर्को क्वेसन, यति धेरै कुरा त रोल रहेछ, कति धेरै गर्सेको रहेछ भने how about writing? Did you write any book? Are you considering to write any memoir? Or what about this?
सोचेको हो दुई तीन पटक probably memoir. अब बीचमा चाहिँ the most मैले अब राइट गरेको भने काठमाडौँ नेपालमा हुँदा काठमाडौँमा. So when I finished my medical school in Belarus, I wanted to study in Soviet Union, but when I got out of Belarus. Soviet Union broke down when I was there. So I was in the system, pura system of the. अनि so काठमाडौँमा आए, त्यसपछि यहाँ अमेरिका नआउन्जेलसम्म. So I used to practice clinic काम गर्थे काठमाडौँमा, पुरानो बानेश्वरमा क्लिनिक थियो. त्यो बेलामा मलाई अफर गरेको नाम बिर्से, द अब्जर्भर विकली भन्ने इंग्लिश पेपर निस्किन्थ्यो. अनि उहाँको नाम बिर्से मैले है. जस्ट उहाँले अफर गर्नुभएको, वुड यु लाइक टु राइट. उहाँले यताउति कहाँ पढ्नु भएछ, उहाँले लेख्ने स्टाइल मन पर्छ. त अनि के गर्नुभयो उहाँले चाहिँ पहिला मलाई हेल्थको आर्टिकल भन्नुभयो. अब्जर्भर विकलीमा वन्स अ विक एउटा हेल्थको आर्टिकल चाहिँ लेख्नुभयो. त्यो चाहिँ मैले आफ्नो नाममा चाहिँ. अनि उहाँलाई चाहिँ कहीँ चाहिँ उहाँले मेरो स्पोर्ट्स पनि मैले लेख्थेँ. स्पोर्ट्स चाहिँ म स्पोर्ट्स बच्चादेखि आई मिन आई डिप इन्टु स्पोर्ट्स चाहिँ. अनि मैले भनेको वुड यु लाइक टु राइट स्पोर्ट्स article? I said, sure. I mean, okay, I'll give, let's try. अनि दुई तीनटा ऑडिशन पछि उहाँले त्यो बेचारा त्यो स्पोर्ट्स राइटरलाई निकाल्दिनु भयो, मलाई स्पोर्ट्सको पनि लेख्नु. अनि so I started sports, and then he said, उहाँले पोलिटिक्सको, मैले पोलिटिकल आर्टिकल लेख्थेँ.
Okay.
Not Nepali politics. I used to write on global politics on Middle Eastern issues, UA, NATO issues. अनि त्यो अनि हुन्छ भनेको अनि चाहिँ उहाँले मलाई त्यो I did that for a few years. So I used to write 3 articles in the Observer Weekly. Sports मा लेख्दाखेरि I used to write my name चाहिँ एउटा नामले सबै नलेखेर मैले चाहिँ बन्टु लेख्थेँ. बन्टु चाहिँ मेरो घरको पेट नेम हो. हजुर. स्पोर्ट्सको आर्टिकल चाहिँ बन्टुको नामले लेख्थेँ. हेल्थको आर्टिकल चाहिँ मेरो आफ्नो पुरा नाम लेख्थेँ. अनि अब रसियामा चाहिँ मलाई साथीहरूले डीके बोलाउँथ्यो. डीके बस, दिनेश कुमार दलवी लेख्थ्यो डीके. अनि पोलिटिकल आर्टिकल चाहिँ डीके. So I kept writing that for a few years. So even when I came to America, I used to write for the Observer Weekly. पर यहाँ चाहिँ पढाइमा बिजी भएपछि I could first year को सम्म चाहिँ यहाँबाट आर्टिकल पठाउँथे. अनि त्यो उनीहरूले चाहिँ आर्टिकलको पैसा चाहिँ घरमा पठाइदिन्थ्यो त्यहाँ. अनि चाहिँ मैले लेख्थेँ. आफ्टर 1 year I couldn't, यहाँ एकदम बिजी हुन थालेपछि I said, man, I cannot keep up with it. So राइट चाहिँ त्यो राइटिङ गरेको अरु चाहिँ
I'm glad I asked. किनभने यो त मैले यतिकै भन्दा सबै कुरा छ, आर्ट, लिटरेचर, हिस्ट्री, म्युजिक, स्पोर्ट्समा भन्दा रिसेन्टली 5 आमा डालस पनि परेको भन्दा that you shared and I knew I was not following that. Thank you for sharing that. यति धेरै कुरामा भइरहँदा चाहिँ राइटिङको पनि त्यति भनेको I didn't know at all. How about memoir? You must, if you haven't started.
Yes, I'm thinking about writing a memoir about अलिकति केही वर्ष गरेर thank you for bringing that up. त्यो चाहिँ मैले लेख्ने उसमा छु र एउटा कुरा चाहिँ अब other writing part is, when I make movies, I'll throw 2-3 of my songs in there. Lyrics त्यो इच्छा छ अनि एउटा चाहिँ इच्छा छ लेखेर पनि राखेको छु, but I don't know whether it will materialize or not. So 2 of my favorite singers in Bollywood, Shreya Ghoshal and Neha Kakkar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I would like to have them sing a Nepali song. So bucket list ma एउटा चाहिँ I'm going to pursue that and offer them at some point.
Of course, oh my God, yeah.
So that's about writing a little bit.
And I met you once, and at that time, I was very blessed to listen to your voice too. I was fascinated. अनि पोस्टहरूमा भएकोमा इङ्ग्लिस पनि सुनेको छु तर इन पर्सन हिन्दी गाउनु भएको थियो. That is beautiful. Can you please sing one line, any song, any of your favorite?
Okay, let me. So I was thinking a few lines of the ghazal. Is that okay? And I know you listen to Mehdi Hassan, right?
Oh my God, yes, he's my favorite. Yes, please.
Mehdi Hassan and Ghulam Ali are, 2 of my favorite singers. Please forgive my voice and flaws. I'll sing a few lines of Ranjishi Sahi.
Oh my God, that's my favorite, please.
जिश ही सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए रंजिश ही सही फिर से मुझे छोड़ के जाने के लिए रंजिश ही सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए रंजिश ही सही पहले से मरासिम न सही फिर भी कभी तो पहले से मरासिम न सही फिर भी कभी तो रस्मों रहे दुनिया ही निभाने के लिए रंजिश ही सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए रंजिश ही सही. Okay. So this I started that when I was pursuing Urdu, so quite obsessed. So my uncle told me that, listen to these ghazals.
Mehdi Hassan is the toughest one, they say, and then, oh my God.
I love Mehdi Hassan and Ghulam Ali. I don't listen much, Bollywood songs these days. I don't watch Bollywood movies. So we grew up watching Hollywood movies.
Right.
I never liked Bollywood movies. I appreciate Bollywood music.
Yes.
And some people think that I watch a lot of, Bollywood movies. I read about them. I, try to stay course, knowing who is who. But I read एक दुईटा movie वर्षमा मुस्किलले. But I grew up, बुवा काकाहरूले चाहिँ सानोदेखि they used to watch only English movies. So the ladies used to go to Hindi movies, my family when we were growing up. Bua kaka, my father and my middle uncle, they Burma they school padeko chai Nainital ma, Sherwood College. They finished senior Cambridge there. So all their classmates were all whites that time, British.
That time.
Sherwood College. So घरमा पनि सानैदेखि, so they used to speak English. बुवा र काकाले मैले एक अर्कासँग नेपाली बोलेको I don't remember in my childhood. So they hated Bollywood movies. They didn't used to go to watch. So म फुपूहरू हजुरआमा सबै जानुहुन्थ्यो अनि हिन्दीमा लगेपछि म र भाइलाई लग्थ्यो. मलाई बलिउड मुभिजमा त्यो बेलादेखि मलाई बुवा काकाहरूसँग चाहिँ जाँदा चाहिँ रमाइलो इङ्ग्लिस फिल्म हेर्न जान पाइन्छ भने चाहिँ अनि चाहिँ अब लेडिज पार्टी चाहिँ गयो भने हिन्दी फिल्ममा बसालेर मलाई चाहिँ टर्चर जस्तो फिल हुन्थ्यो, टर्चर जस्तो. त्यो गीत गाइरहेछ रुखको वरिपरि हलिरहेछ. I actually didn't like it. but ghazals I always loved. Then I got into ghazals. उर्दूले गर्दा सुन्दाखेरि oh my god, this is a very different kind of writing and singing is unbelievable चाहिँ. अनि शायरीहरू पढ्न थाल्दाखेरि so that field got open for me because of the Urdu.
Well, I'm only visited in Dallas like a couple years ago, 8 years maybe. And you came from a very educated family. Alikati चाहिँ प्यारेन्ट्सहरुको भन्दा अनि what was the like women को चाहिँ कस्तो थियो त त्यतिखेर मुवाहरु अथवा चाहिँ फुपूहरु मतलब tell us about your
well पहिलो भने बुवा चाहिँ तीन भाइ हुनुहुन्थ्यो, तीन भाइ अनि एल्डेस्ट बुवा चाहिँ अटर्नी हुनुहुन्थ्यो, lawyer, right? And Milo Kaka चाहिँ uncle चाहिँ he was a banker, he was a banking professional, and Kanso Kaka चाहिँ कस्तो थियो भने he was a musical genius. He used to have he had musical schools in Rangoon, and उहाँको के भयो भने यो बर्मामा पहिला जापानिजले अटक गरेको थियो है, अनि त्यसपछि ब्रिटिसले इन्डियामा हुँदाखेरि ब्रिटिसले आएर अनि जापानिज भाग्यो. अनि त्यो लडाईँमा त्यो जापानिजले बर्मा लिँदाखेरि हजुरआमाहरूले त्यो वार टाइममा त काकालाई काखमा लिएर यताउति दौड्नु पर्दाखेरि बमको पार्टिकल्सहरु गरेर one eye चाहिँ उहाँको अलमोस्ट ब्लाइन्ड, अर्कोले हेर्नुहुन्थ्यो, अर्को पनि फुल 100% होइन, पार्सली ब्लाइन्ड हुनुहुन्थ्यो हैन. सो एजुकेसनको अर्को बाटोबाट गाह्रो, तर यो चाहिँ साँच्चै एउटा रहेछ. यो आँखाको साइडले असर पर्दा मान्छे म्युजिकमा हुँदो रहेछ भने I had first hand experience from my uncle. Then later I saw Stevie Wonder and all these guys. He was one Nepali manche, but he was an expert in Hindustani classical music. He was an expert in Ravindra Sangeet. He was able to teach Rabindranath Tagore's poems in Bengali to Bengalis.
Oh my God!
Being a Nepali. And Nazrul Islam, the famous poet, is Bangladesh's national poet. So he used to compose his songs in Ravindra Sangeet. So the Bengalis used to come to learn Ravindra Sangeet from him. So बाहिर पनि सिकाउनु हुन्थ्यो, एउटा पार्ट स्कुलको चाहिँ घरमा पनि हुन्थ्यो. अब त्यो भन्छ नि, sometimes when you don't take the right step you can only regret. मेरो घरमा त हुँदाखेरि मलाई त्यो गाएर त्यो आलापहरु गर्न लाज लाग्ने. So I picked tabla. I never went to vocals. Where साथीहरु सिकेर, I mean, some of them became big classical vocalists. They used to perform shows. काकाबाट सिकेर. त म घरकै मान्छे त्यो कहिलेकाहीँ you don't realize the importance. भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ म त तबला त्यो लाग्यो. Vocals I was very shy. अनि but so कान्छा काका चाहिँ म्युजिकमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो. In all kind of musics, he used to advise Nepalese embassy, Indian embassy, Bangladesh embassy, सबै एम्बेसीहरुको he was the cultural advisor. यो सबै एम्बेसीहरुमा उनीहरुको cultural program हुँदाखेरि used to be under his guidance. So काका चाहिँ म्युजिकबाट, कान्छो काका चाहिँ. अनि
3 universities, law, finance, music.
हजुर. अनि 3 जना दाजुभाइ भयो, कान्छो चाहिँ बहिनी हुनुहुन्छ, 4 जना. कान्छो बहिनी फुपू यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ नर्थ क्यारोलाइनामा हुनुहुन्छ अस्ति गएर आएको अनि फुफा फुपू नै त्यहाँ हुन्थ्यो फुफा डक्टर one is he practiced in Chicago for almost about 30 years or so बराबर MBBS गरेर यहाँ आएर रेजिडेन्सी गरेर शिकागोमा उहाँ हुनुहुन्थ्यो रेडिएसन oncologist of course retired cancer को treatment through radiation right तो उहाँहरुलाई भिजिट गर्न पनि म रसमा पढ्दा आथे शिकागो उहाँहरुले समर भयो अनि फुपूले टेगोर कलेजमा पनि पढाउनु हुन्थ्यो he was a faculty in Tagore College where I was in school I never took his class but फुपूले पनि के भन्छ I mean she had big contribution in my upbringing अनि आमा I'm saying Oklahoma City she's permanently moved to Oklahoma City this is 6 years from Kathmandu Amma was a homemaker there and later she used to teach in school in Kathmandu when we moved to Kathmandu and so and she was also an avid traveler carrying the family tradition she just turned 80 and even from Kathmandu kahi pani be attend garnu छ भने to Delhi हैन Rangoon Bangkok kahi pani be attend garnu she's there right there even here in some places kahi bhat khwai huncha Bartaman we cannot go I said he asked januncha let's go for it we she's still able to travel around with some help here and there so anytime she needs to travel she's ready so we took her to Egypt and all recently where it was fascinating she has the same energy and for traveling is and me and chorima pani त्यही छ so Oklahoma चाहिँ यहाँ अहिले म my better half Sumita हैन Sumita is a computer engineer just to give a brief introduction interestingly Sumita they have 3 sisters so all 3 of them are here Bua Mua Kathmandu hunनुहुन्छ they'll be visiting soon the 3 sisters eldest sister California ma hunनुहुन्छ अनि माइलो दिदी चाहिँ डेट्रोइटमा हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो बिए त्यहीबाट भएको डेट्रोइटबाट yeah so both elder sisters went to medicine and she went to engineering
medicine and engineering
and their husbands both engineers and her husband turned out in medicine and so interestingly she Nepal she did ISC also but of course I didn't know her there she did ISC in Oscar also yeah she went to study engineering in Russia also which I found out later of course I didn't meet her there
was it arranged marriage or you were in love
no that's very interesting I'll tell you right now it's neither that nor that so she finished engineering in Russia, went back to Nepal, and then she got a Norwegian scholarship to study in Bangkok, this master's in software engineering, something like that. So she was doing a master's in AIT in Bangkok. She came for a conference in US, San Francisco, San Diego. So when she was in the conference here, they offered her a job. So just she stayed here. So she was working in San Diego. A cousin of mine हैन दाइले चिनाइदिनु भयो नम्बर दिनु भयो यसो फोनमा कुरा गर्ने हो कि भने I was doing my residency training in the University of Oklahoma so I just called I just talked to her on phone so and फोनमा कुरा गर्दै मान्छे रमाइलो I found her very balanced and sometimes I'm very extrovert and I sometimes go hyper so I need a person who is keeps me grounded and so I found a very balanced person so then after a few phone calls they said well shall we meet somewhere? So okay, let's fly to a place where there are direct flights from Oklahoma City, and we go there in the morning and we go back again in the evening.
On the same day, okay.
Then I thought that, what better place? Marriage is a gamble. So what better place than Las Vegas?
Beautiful way to put it. Okay.
I flew to Las Vegas. She said, "Oh, okay." So we flew in the morning. So we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the Venetian Hotel and Casino. That's why that place is so close to me.
Oh, okay.
So we had all our meals there and talked and went around. And so it was time to go to the airport. Her flight was to go back to San Diego, and my flight was to Oklahoma City. जाने बेला भयो अनि जाने बेलामा त्यो ब्ल्याकज्याक खेल्नु भएको छ. So blackjack खेल्दाखेरि 21 is the highest number.
Okay.
If you go above 21, if you go 22, the dealer will take your money.
Okay.
So as close as you get to 21, the higher your cards are, right? 21. अनि आयो मेरो चाहिँ अर्के 16 मा अर्क्यो. अब 16 बाट अर्को कार्ड आयो भने if it's छक्का, then it will become 22, the dealer will take your money.
Okay.
So I was a little bit conservative. I said, man, I'm not going to take this one. I'm not going to take the card. So this was the last hand before we were about to go to the airport. And so Sumita, I was standing right beside, said, the dealer might beat you. Why don't you take another card? I said, no. If it is chakka, more than panja, he will take my money right away. I'll wait. And so for some reason, she kept insisting.
Right.
Why don't you, try take a card? And so, well, it was, I just met her for the first time, kind of impolite not to listen. I didn't want to take the card, but she told me to take it. So I opened the card, it turned out 5, 21, and the dealer had 20.
That's a sign then.
That's why actually it's very interesting, but that's where really when I decided that probably this is the one. I think that, yeah, so then we flew back, but by the end of, the day when we said goodbye in the airport, and I already decided that we're getting married.
Oh, how beautiful. Oh my God. Number 21. How can you taught me the game, and now.
So one day when we meet, I'll sing the whole song, but there's one small story. When I was flying back from Las Vegas to Oklahoma City, at that time we didn't used to have iPhones, right? So I used to have a Sony Walkman Walkman, अनि Walkman मा सुनिन्थ्यो गीत हालेर. अनि मका एउटा चाहिँ उ थियो मिक्स गीतहरुको थियो के छ. अनि Walkman मा सुन्दै थिएँ. अनि त्यो हिन्दीको त्यो गीत बज्यो, के रे, लाखौं है यहाँ दिलवाले भन्ने गीत छ नि. दिलवाले त्यो बज्यो. अनि अचानक मलाई मनमा आयो to write Nepali lyrics on that song.
Okay.
Ani, so I started writing, scribbling on the flight. I finished the song right when I landed in Oklahoma City. They said, now we are making a descent, fasten your seat belts. I finished the song. Nepali song I wrote. So that's the 2 lines is like, the Hindi git is the same. लाखों है यहाँ दिल वाले और प्यार नहीं मिलता, आँखों में किसी की वफा का इकरार नहीं मिलता. So the Nepali lyrics I wrote on this song are, यो गीत मायालु आजा तिम्रो निम्ति नै कोरेको, यी शब्दहरू मेरै हुन् म्युजिक मात्र चोरेको. So someday I'll sing the whole song for you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh my God.
So that's how we got married. And the only guilt I have is she was living near the ocean in San Diego, and I brought her to Oklahoma City, a landlocked place. But she was kind enough to, moved. So she moved here, and we're in Oklahoma City. Daughter, so we have one daughter, and she was born here, and so I college start garyo. So she also has this traveling bug, and the international globalism that travel around. So she got accepted in NYU, New York University. She wanted to go to middle of a big international family, learn from people. So she chose NYU. That was her first choice, and she got into that. So the plan was your college mata August ma jansa ni sabai right? August ma college through ni. She went into January. So many people ask me, your daughter is still at home? Well, what she did was she asked the university that the last fall semester, if she can do this summer, can she do? So they said yes, spring cohort. So she's now taking summer semester. She's not at home because it's vacation for others, but she's studying. The reason is she's doing your fall semester. The reason she did this is August ma nasuru garda. So high school graduate gaepachi यो जनवरीमा कलेज सुरु हुनु समय she got 7 months off. Actually year off नलिएर she got 7 months off आउँदाखेरि. So we had a project called 7 continents in 7 months. So we were working with her on that project. त्यसमा कस्तो थियो भने 7 continents मा कस्तो थियो भने एउटा चाहिँ around the world in 30 days. That was one project. So we were picking a one city from 6 continents. So के थियो प्लान भन्दाखेरि एकचोटी ग्याराजको ढोका घरको बन्द गरेपछि पस्दा 6 वटा कन्टिनेन्ट पास भएपछि मात्र पस्ने. So that was one plan we were supposed to travel, and the 7th one was going to the Antarctica, the 7th continent, as a family, everyone going together for the 7th continent. So that was the plan, but the problem was COVID never went away.
Right.
We thought COVID will go.
Fascinating plans you are making as a family. That's amazing.
So
what would be your message to young generation? Like, if we have like 2 things to give out of so many. So
if I really, I mean, I'm still learning, but if it's of any use, I would like to tell them, Yoda Kora saying, in life, walk and chew gum at the same time. The biggest mistake people make is, Sano hunda, oh, let me go to high school, let me finish my school, go to high school, and I'll do this, I'll do that. High school ma pugepachi, let me get these scores, let me go to good college, then I'll do this, do that. Problems never end. You go to the college, okay, college bhayepachi, oh, your degree matra sakaune pae, के गर्थे म त्यहाँ पुग्छ अनि त्यो पनि सक्यो जबको अर्कै चिन्ता छ. जब त भयो घरबाट खोइ बिहे कहिले गर्ने त्यो अर्कै चिन्ता. ओहो बिहे भयो अब यो गर्छु भन्छ अनि त्यसपछि बच्चा भएपछि अब कहाँ लिएर त्यो बच्चालाई लिमिटेसन रेस्ट्रिक्सन आयो. अब यो बच्चा मात्र ठुलो होस् अनि बुढी यो गरौला त्यो गरौला भन्छ अनि त्यसपछि your knees start aching, you start having arthritic pain. So you miss the stages of life. You walk and chew. And the other mistake most of us do is we start chasing big stuff. Life is not made of big accomplishments. Big accomplishments life ma kati wata cha. Maybe your graduation, your marriage, day of your wedding, bacha janmeko din, I can count. At this moment, life is made of like the cup of tea you drink every day, watching the sunshine, right? Having a chat, playing cards with your family one evening, or hanging out with friends in downtown. Life is made of the small, tiny moments. And how happy you are in the later stages of life depends on how well you took care of those small moments. तर के हुन्छ मान्छेले ठुलो मोमेन्ट म नोबेल प्राइज पाउँछु अब कहिले पाउने हो हैन हाई स्कुल अनि यो गरेपछि म चाहिँ हार्वर्ड जान्छु हैन you go to Harvard, your life is not, that doesn't mean your life is, your life success depends on how well you handle your small moments. Enjoy the moment, live in the moment, go to the past, but don't keep dwelling there. Learn from it. We shall never forget the past. People who forget the past, they can never get far, too far in life also. You always remember the past, but don't keep dwelling. And they keep dwelling, it can bring you depression, it can bring disappointments. Don't dwell, don't jump too much into the future. You don't know. Yeah. So what's the point of worrying about stuff? You don't even know whether it's going to happen or not. You've been better. So live the moment. Your moment is fast. Enjoy in the next second, it's already past. It's already past. So enjoy the moment. Live, don't keep dwelling in future and past for too long, and just enjoy the small moments. Don't keep looking for big moments. You keep working for big moments, but don't expect or anticipate things to happen.
Oh my God, very powerful. And I must request you with like a hard jodera one. So you have to start writing your memoir, because only that would cover all these stories that are very, very inspiring in all different areas. I knew only few, and I was overwhelmed. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's an honor.
You're extremely kind. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you.